looking at.
So you're
the
looking
wall.
for the hidden door?
I'm stepping back because I don't want anything to happen to me.
Can I do that?
Oh, I'm taking out my freaking what's name again, the shield,
Oh yeah.
because I'm not
Oh, 'cause
holding
your
the
hand's
door.
free, yeah.
So who are you? So who's getting the light for your torch?
Whoever's standing near enough to me, I guess.
Well, who's standing there enough to you?
Well, he's looking at the door as well,
looking
so,
at the door.
or the wall.
Okay.
So us
Yes.
two.
So
I'm
you're getting
standing back a
dim.
little
So
bit,
don't
yeah.
forget, dim light is a factor. So anytime you do a roll, it's a factor roll. But if you're searching for the hidden door, which I'm guessing you're going to be the one taking initiative,
I suppose.
because you're the one who said hidden door, right?
Yeah.
So that is an Ob 3 Scout test.
Okay.
Are you helping?
What can I do to that?
Are you
use
just like-
Pathfinder? Scout? Are you helping?
I have neither, so
Okay, so yes, you're not. You're basically going,
yeah.
can't find it.
There's no handle.
Can I just lean against the wall?
Yeah, you're basically leaning against the wall. Yeah.
The bookshelf.
Kingfisher, where did you go?
Are you helping with your Pathfinder?
Yeah, I have Pathfinder, and what's the other one?
Scout.
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 I don't have Scout, but I have
Okay.
Pathfinder.
So you can give a dice.
And that's my main thingy.
Nice. So that's a dice.
Okay.
I
I'll
need
give you
helping
the one
dice.
that's this.
Yeah.
No, you gotta give it. I gotta give it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Give me a pretty die.
Pretty.
Pretty one.
So
Pretty one.
Scout 3.
Okay, and let me just look at my...
I'm still
It's actually,
using
and
my
I am
shield,
exhausted,
though.
so that's a factor. Did you account for that? I'm exhausted,
It
so
is.
that's a factor.
I did not count it, so it is. It is not 4.
Yeah. And I technically, since I'm injured, I have a -1.
So.
So that's it, not gonna pass.
2 dice.
But I'm still
now,
looking.
You got a persona you haven't spent yet.
I do.
Yeah, you can tap.
I could tap nature.
Yeah. Also, you got fate, so if you do roll 6s, you can get explosive d6s there.
I can. Yes.
Also,
up
you
to
got
3
some
points
traits. I don't know if you used all your traits yet. No, you probably
I think
can't.
there's
I don't think I've used my traits positively yet.
No, that's right. So you can use adventurous. Yes, you did. No, you didn't. No, you didn't use.
I didn't use it for. I don't think I used it for. No, I did use it for a bonus at one point,
you
didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Yeah, you had +1 per session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you increase to level 2, 3 level?
Once winter hits.
Okay.
Right now it's spring.
Okay.
Once winter
I
hits,
will-
you get to train because you have to stay inside during winter, like in whatever town, and that's when you develop your traits. Yeah. Some things may also give you traits, but it's rare. Mostly it happens once
Zero
a
nature.
year. Yeah.
And how do you gain nature?
You gain nature by passing. So
Is it this thing?
Yes, you got 2 nature. So you got 1 pass, and you need 1 more pass on nature, and you'll
Okay,
get.
so I'm gonna spend a persona
you'll get 1 more
to.
extra nature.
I'm gonna spend persona to tap my nature.
Max -1, you know?
No, it's for passes. Fails is -1. So you only need 1 failure, 2 passes.
Does it get carried forward? Let's say because I need.
Yeah, when you reset, it doesn't go back down. But when you
my health is about to go
when
up
you
to 1.
do get
Oh, I failed.
that, it does reset all your past failures.
Nice,
So once you
nice.
get 1 pass to your nature,
don't know
so
if I was
as long
missing
as you're
passes on
doing
my health.
demanding, boasting, or running, you won't get that taxed nature. Right? You will get taxed nature if you fail.
Which I mean that's where.
Oh, that's what you keep doing. Yeah.
That's what I keep
yeah.
doing.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna spend
But that's
I'm
what
gonna
you
spend
got-
my persona to
Persona and
tax
fate,
my nature,
okay.
I guess. But I don't know what that
And
That'd
is.
be a great idea. actually.
Yeah, use those.
Guys,
So
guys.
you
sorry,
add
I would like to.
4,
Yeah.
and then you go down to 3.
Don't
Okay.
use
Tax nature?
Don't use
Yeah.
these.
So you get 4 more dice, and then just go down by 1 because it's not sneaking, riddling,
Riddling.
or mirror making.
There's no suspicious elvish script.
No.
Darn.
Is it elvish? Yes.
No. I'm making a Lord of the Rings
And then it
reference.
was-
I'm making a Lord of the Rings reference. That's all I was
It was
doing.
Elvish.
Yeah, the entrance.
Okay. What is this? An ob 4? You said?
Well, up 4, up 3, but plus 1 because you got it. The 1, 2.
That's a 4.
Oh, that's you got it.
There we go.
So you helped.
Hey.
So narrate how
Happy
you
we're gonna get away from the thing.
Okay.
found a thigh bone.
Found a thigh bone. Like,
Which-
on the ground or in the wall?
In the sarcophagus.
Don't forget you get
The
2.
thigh bone. The sarcophagus was made of bone.
Okay.
So there was one of the levers were on the sarcophagus.
Okay, so I'm going to, I'm like looking at the door, looking around, I'm like, it's just a wall, it's just like stone wall,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. And kind of look back at the sarcophagus, because this blood trail did go up to the sarcophagus,
That's right.
and I'm kind of like feeling along the sarcophagus,
Yep.
and one bone kind of wiggles a little bit, and I go,
Yep.
aha, yank.
Yeah.
So Does she get a plus?
Okay, so I got
Does
a...
June get a plus for?
That was a scout, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I got a...
Okay, so you get a plus for the scout.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your scout, 2?
Yep.
So you just need
I
to
don't
fail.
get a plus for Pathfinder though, do I?
You need to fail on your scout in order to level it.
Nice.
What? You don't get anything, no.
No, okay. I didn't
Helping
think so.
is only... Can only...
You just get the bad
But
stuff.
when I taxed my nature, did my nature get a pass?
When you taxed your nature, did my nature get a pass? You taxed it because you were using Persona, right? To tap it? To
Yeah, we only get a pass
Then
fail on
no.
nature if I think of
Because your
Okay.
original roll was whatever it was. Now,
What was the original roll though?
health, probably. I think that's all you've
I
rolled.
think.
Help.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it there. Okay.
so narrate how you helped. Because you also helped finding this thigh bone.
So even though I was like trepidatious and I have the shield up and everything like that,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like putting my hands down around the edges to see if there's anything or feel, or even look and see if there's any runes or anything that I
That's
can see to see if there's a way around or where the blood is going.
Okay. And you maybe mentioned, like,
As
Coffin
well
looks
as-
out of place, and that's when that kind of started.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, also like if the blood is fresh.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Is it fresh?
It's not fresh, it's kind of, but it's
It's not ancient
yeah,
either.
it's not ancient
Yeah.
blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will explain what happens.
I hope my smoke baby comes in handy.
What are you gonna name it?
So the door, a door opens as the wall gives in, depresses, and opens up. Large sounds echo through the chambers as the stone rumbles.
Oh, that's loud. Loud's not good.
It's nice because it stops the sound. It's enough to
Drown out the screaming door.
Yeah, great. Yeah, so that's delightful. It opens up into a large hallway, and it looks like there's a door off that hallway, pretty close by.
Okay.
It's definitely hidden, a secret area though.
What? How far does the hallway go down?
Oh,
that I can see.
into the dark.
Into the dark.
Did they also take my water ski?
No, they wouldn't have took that.
Oh, thank God.
Okay.
Okay, so they search the doorway.
Yeah.
Doorway
And it
open.
opens, and there's a long dark hallway, and a door just
If you
off
go
to
inside
the right or the
well,
left.
To
us?
your left.
Okay, to the
But if you go into the hallway in order to get to that door, let me know because I have some stuff to describe.
Okay. I'm kind of looking through the doorway, the torch.
Okay.
Long dark
Right.
hallway and what?
And there's a doorway to the left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Inside that hallway. But it's not
Alright.
far from where you do.
To camp, do we all need a check to camp? Is that how that works? Okay, just one of us needs it. Okay.
That's right.
Though we probably can't camp while there's a screaming dwarf and a wild gelatinous cube in the background
Yeah,
anyway.
you can. It'll just be
It'd be
dangerous.
dangerous. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind because a couple of us do the checks.
So
that we
with
need to
my
camp.
shield, I walk into
The hallway.
the hallway.
I
The
guess we're going
walls.
forward then.
The walls of this one is long and narrow passage decorated in elaborate bone flowers. Each a skull with bones radiating out from the beautiful magnet patterns.
Bone flowers.
Magnet
flowers.
patterns?
Uh,
Like a U shape?
So,
Magnet there.
bones
M-A-C...
Macabre.
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 I'm very bad at reading, by the way, as you can probably tell. Patterns, and these are difficult words for some reason.
They use some
I
odd
don't know why
words.
they use such complex.
Yeah,
But
I just rather be like, it's a nice open area. Yay!
It's like long dark or long and
Well, it's just that
narrow hallway,
they got their
same thing over and
phrases,
over and over
they've got their
again.
clauses structured weird, like it's
Yeah.
not natural language that they're
right.
using.
It's also
Because
like,
you can use fancy words and
you
still
can
have
use,
it sound natural.
vases.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There is a funeral
Maybe
silence
we
here.
shouldn't look
So
at this.
apparently it's a funeral silence here. So I guess the
Funereal, yes.
So the that's right, funereal.
Did the screaming stop?
It must have stopped. Yeah. So I guess whatever happened happened. He must have got out, right?
Or eaten.
A set of oak iron branded double doors to the north. So that's the door I'm talking about.
The left, okay.
And there are 4 shadowy alcoves in the southern wall. Each of them
Just to the
arched
right.
with the form of skulls and high bones. It looks familiar, actually. Sitting above the alcove are ancient skeletal warriors. Finger bones are gripped around shafts of iron axes.
Oh, look. More of those guys.
They're further down the hallway.
But we can see them.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Son of a bitch.
So we're going left, I guess. Right? Right?
Where does the blood trail?
Blood trail goes into the door.
To the left, yeah.
Obvious.
Yeah,
left,
let's
to
go
the left.
To the left.
To the left, to the left.
So I'm kind of
Everybody
like
in-
letting you kind of go a little bit ahead so
Okay.
that
I'll kind
you
of
guys...
creep ahead with the light.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I totally waited for you to go into the hallway first, though.
Well, I've also got the big, huge shield.
Exactly,
so-
exactly. I was coming behind you.
So the skeleton man is not at the left door.
No,
No,
there's
he's
like
down the hallway.
there's like a long hallway. To our left is the door, and down further on the right is the skeletons.
Okay. But the blood goes left.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I try the door to see if I can open it.
Yeah, there was half the jar.
Oh, half a jar. Ease it open and do it like sideways peer in.
Pretty dark inside.
Torch in.
Okay. Inside, you can smell like almost like a very dank death smell, like something rotting inside.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we also
Something died in here. That's nasty. I kind of creep in just around the edge,
Okay.
sticking to like as close to the door while still going in to see more.
The great oak door cracks open.
Yeah.
A large diamond-shaped chamber stands before you.
diamond what?
Shaped.
Okay.
Urns, baskets, arms and shields lie scattered upon the floor or lean against the walls. The skeleton of a horse is propped up with a wooden frame stands against one wall. The great throne sits in the center of this chamber. It's on a raised platform. A skeleton, regal even in death, sits upon the throne, and a young girl, seemingly flesh and blood, sits upon the skeleton's lap. The arms are curled possessively around her. The girl wears a suit of mail, appears several times too big for her, and clenches on a leaf blade sword in her hand. There's a glimmer of silver arm rings on her arm. Okay.
Hey, we match.
Her eyes are lit with a strange lambent flame. Bears lie to the east, west, and north upon biers. B-I-E-R-S.
Oh, buyers.
Buyers.
Buyers. Yeah.
Upon each lies a skeleton warrior clad in mail, each holding a sword. on its
How many
breast.
skeletons?
Four.
There's a horse, dude on the throne, and then 4 skeletons.
Yes, and
the girl.
The girl's on the left.
Does
with
she
the
look like
armor.
she's alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her eyes, so she kind of like looks over and in a weird voice, it's kind of like a demanding voice, definitely not of a child, but mixed with the child's voice.
Okay.
Says, "Who dares to enter my chambers?"
We are not seeing this, only he is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you can hear it though.
We can hear
Yeah.
it. Does the voice sound familiar to me?
No, you wouldn't. It wouldn't sound. Oh wait, yes, you would. Yeah, it sounds like the person who's doing the praying and stuff.
Yeah, that voice.
Yeah.
What's her little girl's name again? Alora?
Yora.
You're
Nobody enters.
You are thieves.
I'm like, look down at the arm rings on my arms.
And the girl stands up with the armor, and then as if like it's completely natural, starts walking down the bit of the small stairway the throne was approaching, sword still in hand, pointing in an accusing manner. You're a thief.
Not right now. I'm not. No.
What is that you wear?
I was bringing it to you.
Were you?
Yeah. They had it out front.
Leave your possessions here, or I'll cut off your head.
Okay, I'm just gonna put some some stuff down to.
You're all here.
To do
you're
that.
Just, you're just not in
Yeah.
the room. You want to jump in on this? You can.
Hey, you're right.
I'm just gonna,
I'm like, you hear the clunk of me dropping the sack, which
Okay.
has mole meat and one of the torques in it.
You see the heads of the skull of those 4 skulls kind of rotate, looking at you.
Oh God.
So I
And it's just
I'm like-
an awkward silence as you start.
I'm like,
unhooking.
shit, how do I get this off while holding the torch?
And the sword's still pointing at you.
I guess
just-
I reach for the torque around my neck first,
Okay.
and I'm like kind of pulling it off.
So I'm kind of like sliding in, going, Yura.
More thieves! And she like points the sword at you as well as you're putting your face
Drop
in.
the
I don't
torque.
have anything. Do you want the coins, the pennies here?
So you like throw a sack of coins in. Leave everything here, or I'll kill you and behead you all.
I don't have anything else.
and I just come up.
It just, you're just, so are you so
I'm like, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like, hold the torch. I hand it over to you because I can't I can't slide an arm ring over my arm while holding the torch.
Yeah, that works.
I literally have nothing.
Yeah,
So it's like,
Yeah,
Yora?
so, now,
I'm working the first arm ring off.
okay.
Or is this... Oh,
I'm going really slowly, like looking.
Immortal
like, where?
God, I have seen you in my visions.
You have.
Yes.
You know of me. Then what is my name?
I have known of your reputation.
Is he still smoking?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you are still smoking. And as you speak, the smoke comes out, and he looks at you, she looks at you and says, "You, I know you."
Just to be polite, can we reintroduce ourselves?
All right. I'm going to let you guys know something. Okay.
Okay.
So, fighting isn't the only way to resolve issues. Okay. Especially with an intelligent beings here. So, there are several ways of dealing with the situation. Obviously, that is Yora, possessed, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, right. So, there are a slew of different conflicts you can actually do that kind of resolve this. Because this is the final conflict. Obviously, I can't just let it go to
Yeah.
a single roll, right?
Yeah.
So, you can either fight Yura and the skeletons, right? In that sort
Like
of
a terrible idea.
right? You can try to banish whatever spirit is possessing Yura. You can convince this spirit to be, to for whatever means that you're trying to pull out of it. Or you can try to drive it off, meaning make it get run out of the way, right? It's up to you
How
you
do
want
we
to
do
deal with
that?
this.
Drive it off.
Drive it outside or
Yes.
run away from the crypt.
I don't know.
What about
They're very difficult to do
Waking
certain
Yura up.
ones.
what about waking Yura up?
That would be banish. You would need to banish the spirit inside.
How would we do that though?
Several different ways, but for the most part, it'll be between using will and ritualist, I think. You would,
Yeah, that'd be something that we'd probably really need like a
Yeah.
priesty sort of person for.
very priesty, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you guys can still use ritualists and stuff like that.
But yeah,
that's true.
can we politely
don't have that
reintroduce
either.
ourselves?
Yeah, I want to know how you want to resolve this, because this is a final conflict. I can't let it go down to a single roll.
How do you want to resolve this? Fighting is out of the question.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah. How does Junebug?
How do you want to resolve
convince him to go away? Yeah, like there's.
Yeah.
That would be drive off.
I just want to.
How are we supposed to drive him
I
off?
just want to talk my way out through this.
Now, don't forget, this is an intelligent being, which means you can rationalize and make compromises with that person,
Yeah.
right? It may not work in your benefit.
Which option is the talk option?
There is argument. Battle of wits.
Stationary ones.
Well, stationary wise. Yeah.
How do you want to resolve this?
We can't banish. We can't fight.
I mean, we can try to banish. We could try to fight. We're not
Well,
going
we
to.
can't because we don't have.
No, we can try.
Just beginner's luck.
Beginner's luck it.
Yeah, your beginner's luck, your rituals.
You too can. I can.
I'll bring it up to give it a little bit more, because there are certain things that can help you in banishing and stuff.
Yeah, but that odd
right?
is going to be like 8 billion.
Holy symbols and all that stuff. How help?
9,000.
It's all the dice.
Over 9,000.
Now you unequipped your stuff, right?
I have not unequipped all of it yet.
Okay. Well, what did you,
I was slowly easing off
Okay.
the first arm ring. I'm going very slowly, partly out of fear, but I'm like slowly easing off the first arm ring. But I like when he came in and started being really weird. I like froze
Right.
because I'm like looking between. I'm trying to. Junebook's
So
trying to
banish
decide
or
what to do.
arbiture, capture, convince. Convince would be another one too. Drive off, kill, flee or pursue, trick and riddle. But trick and riddle's not going to really make sense.
Persuade.
It's a shame.
Which one's a battle of the wits?
Battle of wits would be to convince. So that would be
Yeah.
persuade
I
or
mean,
manipulator.
we could try and convince her.
I don't have to say your manipulator.
We could try and convince her to
Yeah.
the thing's
Yura,
possessing
your
Yura.
mom's-
Oh, we can
Your
rationalize,
mom's
which
looking for you or something.
probably
Well, no,
doesn't-
because we can try to convince the thing to leave Yura, like,
Yeah.
and
Go in you instead.
Yeah. That must always be.
I just throw him under the bus.
And just to give you an idea here, banish is Arcanist or Ritualist, and Lore Master or Theologian.
Oh shit!
So like, yeah, you're like, wow, that changes everything.
Yeah, because you know a whole bunch about the weird magic.
Yes, but then I was exhausted, angry, and afraid.
Oh dear. But yeah, so we could try banishing, or we could try to convince it to let
Yeah.
Yura go.
If negotiation fails, then we try to banish, if that's possible.
But we
It will
want
be a
to.
compromise, yeah.
Yeah. I think we probably would want to convince, maybe try to convince it to let Yura go. Because we're not really talking to Yura right now. It's possessing Yura.
I'm
right?
curious what the smoke is right now.
Yeah, but if we can
It's your new child.
emotionally, like, connect with her.
To try and help her over, like,
Yeah.
for yourself? Yeah, that could work too.
On her own will, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, I expect it'll be like a multi.
So, we all agreement? Convince?
Yes. Kind of a two-pronged sort of trying to convince the spirit to leave Yura and also trying to encourage Yura to fight back.
Alright, so,
Resist the possession.
well, we're going to get right into what we're going to be doing with that. So, we're going to do an intent here. What is, so describe your intent.
My intent.
Like, we'll run through the Guardians and try to escape, or you're
We
fleeing.
will try to release Yura. Is that what we're going for?
Convince spirits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, convince spirits to what?
Release Yura
Release your.
To release you.
and let her go.
What was our mission anyway?
My mission was to get loot, and that's going
as in,
excellent.
What was the main reason? Someone told us to come here, right? So,
Well, to try and figure out what was going on with the.
Yeah.
Well, I came here. That was why I came here for the loot, because I heard there was weird stuff going on in a tomb, and there's
I
loot
wanted
in
to
tombs,
save Yura.
and you wanted to save Yura,
Figure out what the hell was going
and
on.
you'd heard that there was weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
And the spirit wants to recruit you as part of her undead army.
Well,
oh yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I've seen that. It's like, I've seen that.
You didn't tell us that. Though. You were just like, it's awful. I'm afraid.
I'm still afraid.
I haven't seen this. I know what's gonna happen. I'm out of here.
Also, not marked. Well, not marked with the curse symbol anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody who's cursed will get one ob to whatever. So, essentially, take away a dice in any versus test against
One success
this
or
person.
one dice?
One dice.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So that's a whole dice.
What about the
Are you
smoke?
counted as
No, he's not cursed.
The smoke gives you a positive, gives you 2 extra dice on whatever you're doing to convince.
Yeah,
There's a reason for it.
that's
Interesting.
why. Can we politely reintroduce ourselves?
Well, Bert's gonna be part. That's probably gonna open that up as part of the convincing here.
Yeah.
So let's roll up the convincing. So who's leading the convincing part here?
I don't know. What's the skills?
I can't
He's
tell you.
probably
Yeah.
the best one.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I
Actually,
would
you know
say
what?
yeah.
You started it.
Yeah, he did.
So we're
Yeah.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Started it.
You started it.
Yeah.
So
I just didn't aggro her. That's all I managed to do. Was not keep myself from getting stabbed.
whatever your persuader is,
Must it be persuader?
whatever your persuader is.
Can it be anything else?
I know.
Okay.
Whatever your
0.
persuader is.
Okay.
0. Okay, but you can beginner's luck it, right?
No.
You cannot beginner's luck it. So you're gonna use
Oh, he's
nature,
exhausted?
I'm not
but it's not taxing.
afraid.
But you're not. You're gonna use your nature for this, but it's not gonna tax it.
Okay, it's still.
Okay. So, and then you add your will. So just go ahead and roll 2 and add your will. No, just your will. Your number, your will. Whatever your will is. So your will is 5. So 5 plus these 2 dice.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was getting the other 5.
No, you don't add. No, it's 5
Oh.
plus whatever the result of these 2 dice are.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be your
So
your
I have 5
disposition.
automatic set.
Yeah.
Oh.
5 automatic.
So what about the
Disposition,
What
that's
about
what I was
the
looking
2?
Yeah. Roll it up now.
No, as in the bonus 2.
The
what
bonus
you're
2.
rolling.
Oh, right.
He's smoke baby.
Yes, you're smoke baby. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna use this.
Whatever. Yeah. Whatever you got. That's right.
Oh, those are the ones you don't like.
Okay.
Alright.
Put them in dice trap.
Ah!
3. Nice.
Okay, disposition of 8. So unlike hit points, disposition is for everybody in convince, so you don't have to worry about hit
8
points.
is good.
So you're at 8 across the board. Let's see how
Well,
much
it's better than 7.
Spirit is getting here.
I would assume.
Where's the thing?
To convince.
What was it the last time we fought? How many dispositions?
It was a combat thing, so it was slightly different.
Oh, we had 1 disposition.
Yeah,
I think it was like
you
5
had
or
one,
it was like 5 or 6 total split.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
That reminds me. Who's hungry and thirsty?
Not me.
Nobody.
We ate the
Nobody,
wine and
yeah.
everything.
Nobody.
We're
Okay.
all slightly buzzed,
What conditions does everybody have?
I have.
exhausted, and injured.
I have angry, afraid, and exhausted.
I have exhausted.
Okay, so you would have actually rolled 1 less dice because you're. Oh no, it's not a. It's a will thing. Not
It is injured is minus 1d to skills, nature, will, and health.
Yeah. So this is
Okay.
for will, so you don't have to worry about that.
I'm not for disposition.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So that works. All right. So let me get up the other person. Everything but will, right?
This does say affects negative 1d to all tests except resources, circles, and recovery.
Oh, really?
Let
This
me
is
see.
disposition, it's not text.
I don't know. The card
It is,
says one
yeah.
thing, and these say something else.
What's this say?
Oh yeah, it does say all tests, but the card says negative 1d to all tests except resources, circles, and recovery. But the descriptions say negative 1d to skills, nature, will, and health, not recovery.
Okay. So
yeah.
you actually
For
yeah,
what
that's okay. We'll just
Injured.
keep the number. It's fine.
Yeah.
Because it only would have been 1 dice. And
Oh shit! Failed test involving physical harm allows GM to apply dead condition. Yeah.
Remember, I told you about that before.
Yeah.
Just a failed test. It could be anything. It'd be like, I failed the scout. You die.
Wait, where do you see that?
That's for injured. Not injured.
It's under the player's cheat
1d
sheet.
skills,
So,
nature, will, and health.
Not recovery.
But not recovery.
Okay.
Anyway.
Wow.
So yeah.
Against 13.
Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus.
So I'll put H down for the spirit.
Although I don't think we're as skewed as we were versus the skeletons.
Okay. It's a might of 5.
Oh, that's mightier than us.
That's very
Yes.
mighty.
That is mighty.
We're might of 3.
But because it's a what's her name, and you're not banishing
Yarn.
Yora, it goes at a might of 2 because the spirit is a might of 5. If you were trying to banish it, it would have been against might of 5.
Okay.
But because you're trying to convince, it's at a might of 2.
Nice. Okay, so it's slightly less mighty than us.
I think.
Where is mine?
If she's fighting a possessed character, might 3 because it's might 2 plus the possession. So it is might 3. So you're squared off. You're squared off.
Where do you see the might?
It's just a standard.
Yeah, your might's all 3 unless you get
Oh,
something
there
that
you
brings
go.
your might up.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. Ooh. So let's look up to see if you have anything that's going to help you with your convincing. So there are weapons of wit. Just like you got weapons, fighting weapons, there are things you can use in an argument to convince people that you are right. And
It better be science, facts.
And rhetoric. Pull some Mark Antony out of our asses here.
tell you what, it definitely is not none of those things. Actually,
If I can recite part of a Shakespearean monologue, can we get a bonus? Because I have part of a Mark Antony monologue from Julius Caesar memorized.
Countryman.
Not that one. That's
Lend me
Brutus.
your ears.
But
here
no,
we go.
I've got. Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am so meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the runes of the noblest man who ever lived in the tide of times. Over thy wounds now do I prophesy that like the mouths do ope their ruby lips to. Some voice and utterance in song. It's been a long time. Anyway, it goes on.
Was it
Then there's
okay?
that's from Julius Caesar,
Yeah.
the play, Shakespeare's.
Were you
That's the only thing I remember is A2 Brute. That's it. At the very end, yeah.
It's actually in the middle, right in the middle.
179.
I know we always French it. Right?
Yeah.
Right, it's et technically because it's Latin, not French, but it looks like A, so it's A.
So you do an argument. So you can. Here's your weapons here. Intimidation is a success for maneuver. Deception is a success for feint. Evidence is a success for attack. Promises is an extra dice to defend. And repeating anything you said before is a -1 dice.
Can you?
Okay, can you repeat that?
Yeah.
And so intimidation
Is
not spelled like
maneuver.
that.
Is one success. It should be in your character sheet somewhere. For weapons of wit. Weapons of wit. No?
No, it's not on the cheat
No,
sheet.
it's not on the sheet. Okay. So intimidation. If you intimidate, it's 1 success for maneuver. I can keep this book open here.
I just want to have it in front of me. +1 success.
Deception is +1 to success.
Yeah.
That means you're saying something to deceive them. But
Just success flat for anything?
yeah, as long as you roleplay it out. This is all about roleplaying, right?
Yeah.
Evidence is a success automatically for attack. Roleplay. You must have. It gives you 1 dice for any action, but you have to roleplay out the argument in that scene. Promises, making promises, gives you +1 to defense.
+1 success.
+1
defense.
dice.
Oh, +1 dice.
Yeah. If you repeat anything you said before, you automatically lose a dice.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So repeating
What was that
is
thing
a-
about roleplay?
Roleplay means if you can roleplay it as scene.
+1
and-
D2,
and it convinces
whatever
me
the
that-
action type is.
Yeah.
Okay. +1 D.
And if I don't like it, I'm not going to give you the dice. It's
Fair
got to
enough.
actually be
Yeah.
legit.
Oh boy.
I don't have intimidation.
It's not skills as such, it's just what we're doing.
That's right.
Like it's all about
Yeah, like intimidate, like how you're putting the word.
like if you like, tried to threaten her kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And did it well.
Yeah, you can get it.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna get a set of their cards again. We're playing the card game.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Just like the fight.
Arguing cards.
How would this work?
The Battle of Wits. Much the same, actually.
What color do you want?
Purple, please.
Attack takes away attack and feint can take away disposition.
Blue or pink?
Defend can recover disposition. And maneuver gives you the advantages for the next attack, just like fighting.
Slap off.
Yeah.
Except I can't die.
So,
You can
Hopefully.
be spiritual. You're so ashamed that you might as well.
no, you can't die.
Feel it in my soul.
It's not a health
I'm
test.
just gonna just
Oh, to what I wrote down there? Yeah,
if
sure.
you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
All right. So I'm gonna go all out here. So enjoy.
So you
Okay.
use fate?
I'm using feints.
Sorry, you're using deception?
Nope. Deception is actually part of the role play. So deception and feint gives a plus.
Deception's like a tactic.
Yeah, it's a tactic that you can use.
Yeah.
So whatever we play, we don't have to do. Is it? So
Playing an attack card doesn't mean we're going up and punching her in the face.
it means we have to intimidate?
No, it means we.
If you're using deception, like you're deceiving somebody, and you use a feint, it's beneficial towards you. But if you're not, then it's not going to be beneficial towards you. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're doing a feint, you better have a good deception ready in order to get that +1 success. Otherwise, you don't get the +1 success.
Okay.
Oh, deception was plus. Yeah, deception is +1 success to whatever we're doing, right? Or is
Nope.
it just to feint?
Deception is feint only.
Oh, okay, I just forgot- I
Roleplay
forgot
is
to write it down.
anything for an extra dice.
Okay, I forgot to write feint down. I just said +1s. Deception's actually +1s to feint.
All right, so I have put down the cards. I'm going to move this over.
Okay. Okay.
That he still has not reintroduced himself yet, right?
No.
Not introduce himself. No, we're going to do that as part of the role play. As part of the conflict is role playing out the argument, just like combat, except for it's an argumental combat.
Thank you.
You're fighting with words.
Okay.
But say if let's say we use feint.
That's right.
We use attack, so it's a free attack.
If they use attack, yeah.
So how does that work?
So if this person chooses attack and you chose feint under their attack, they get a free attack on you, and you can't do anything back.
And this is not a physical attack, is it?
But it's so I guess I can put it in this way. Attacking is you are demonstrating a point. You're demonstrating a factual point or something that supports you.
It's like if this was a debate,
okay?
It's the fact. It's like a winning thing.
The feint is you're deceiving, or you're doing obtusifying, or you are being very objective, like just or dismissive of a claim or of something. Okay. Maneuvering means you're trying to do a rebuttal. You are allowing them to say something, and you are saying something in your defense, your rebuttal, right? And defense is you're defending your point. You are saying these are the facts, the things. This is the reason why I don't believe you, or these are the things the reason why I can't support your claim.
FYI, he's really good at thinking on his feet, so this is not a good thing.
Not necessarily. I'm not getting the bonuses, right? I'm not giving myself.
He has to role play though, so.
Right.
I know,
but I'm not giving it the bonuses.
He's also really good at role playing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We're all good at role playing.
I would assume that you are doing this with the mind that the first conversation is with the guy with the smoke.
It doesn't have to be, because your disposition. So we can actually
party disposition.
Yeah, the party disposition. We can just have that little conversation before we even put the cards down. So you said to you, let's reintroduce yourselves. That could be part of the disposition that sets the ground for the conversation, and then you can decide how this goes by putting down the order that you're putting down.
Okay.
Light doesn't have anything to do with this, so that's fine.
Because I need to know the name. Right, if I have a name.
So introduce yourself? Sure.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, we can do that before the time. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do this without covering my own stuff here, and still have this recording happening. Yeah, there we go. That works. Because you can.
everyone will just hear me much louder than everybody else.
Actually, yeah, pretty much. So I gotta keep those stats there because convince is in there. Mm-hmm. That's part of one of the things, right? So yeah. So they don't get these bonuses. They have other bonuses as long as I can roleplay it what they have as their bonus, right? So if I can do what they say, I can screw you guys up. And don't forget, you're cursed. So -1 for dice for you guys, and for you it's +2 dice to whatever you're doing because of something.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and you can't get help and all that stuff. Right? You're angry. I don't know what angry does. You cannot get beneficial traits. Angry can factor a -1 success penalty to certain success. So angry is going to be not good for this. So you're going to get -1 success. So you get 2 extra dice.
It depends.
Okay.
Up to your discretion. It is not like the other ones. This is
sure, yeah.
Anger can count as a factor.
Is there something written in the player's guide there, the sheet there, that gives you more description there? Because it is kind of like an abbreviated thing for angry.
Angry can't use wisest or beneficial traits.
That's all it says?
That's all it says on the -D.
Where do you see this? It's like,
Player's cheat sheet.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
So it doesn't say anything else?
Literally, all it says is can't use wisest or beneficial traits.
That's fine for me.
Because it's in certain tests.
Oh, that's for health. Yeah, that's for recovery.
Up to will.
Yep, that's fine.
Can't use wises or beneficial
Okay,
traits.
that's cool. No, there's more to in the cheat sheet. There's more of a better descriptor. I just wanted to make sure because it says -1 to certain tests, so we'll just negate.
I'm guessing it's probably tests that would mention it specifically.
Yeah,
Yes.
that would make you angrier, I guess. If I do say something to upset you even worse, I guess that would be a factor. But as of right now, it's fine. Okay,
so reintroduction.
Right. You mean you don't know me? I know you. You are the avatar of Valar. It's me, Hasthor Vash.
Yes. I'm sorry, it's just been so many things are going on right now.
Okay, well, yes, I'm glad you're here. You're all here. If you have the Avatar with you, then you're destined to be part of my army. We will march against the world and rule it and pillage it like we always have. Now we can start here.
And combat begins.